Good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening, or good night. This is Jen at JensArtyInclinations, a place to create, share, and play. Hello everyone. So this is my Ephemerembra journal, and Ephemerembra is hosted by Luise Heinzl and also by Barbara over at 49 Dragonflies. And the prompt list is out, with today's prompt being layered tag and retro film strip. Okay, so look, today is actually nice and easy. It should be a nice quick video because I often have loads of tag bases, so I just grabbed some and popped them together. I did chop a couple of corners off, but most of them were already done because I kind of keep these ready to do projects. That one on top there is actually one that I did some ink splotching layers on and some painting on. And, you know, putting them all together just with an eyelet. So one of these nice big fat wide Tim Holtz ones I thought would be good because, you know, they should be nice and secure to go through the whole lot together. And then on this little one, I put a little old picture that also is just out of one of the Tim Holtz collections. And so that one is how I did layered tag, you know, retro film, because that would have been taken on a retro film camera. Get it? All right. The next one, again, I had a selection of tags in different sizes. That's more of my ink splotching that I did ages ago. This one was one I did ages ago that I put through the embosser. It's, you know, layered vintage papers, and that's just out of a magazine. And then the film strip, I did it off camera, but I used, Stays on ink for the stamp, and did it just on a clear piece of plastic. So, you know, that wasn't rocket science. It took me a few goes, but I know that the stays on will stay when you stamp it. So then the film strip could just sit over the whole lot. So now I'm just trying to put the holes together because some had holes and some didn't. And then I'll punch one hole through all of them together. So that's, you know, all good. And my hole punch on my little chomper there isn't working very well at the moment. But again, I put the same kind of little eyelet in them, that nice thick one. And that was number 2. So look, that's all there is. That's really the prompt. The rest of this is just kind of pulling it together, putting a little topper on. There's a lovely big journaling spot on the back of each of these. And yeah, all nice. So to put it all together, I just did some light stamping in the background and, you know, just all different swishy swashy ways with the film strip. I did some inking around the edge because I just wanted to, you know, show up the stitching that I've done on this page around the edge as well. And then we make a pocket and we just do some stamping on the other side as well, just to pull it all together. So book page for pocket, you know, who doesn't love a book page for a pocket? Makes it so easy. So I liked this book page because it had that 2 with the stars on either side. So in the back of my head, I was thinking stars, Hollywood. And it was a bit longer, and then I thought, well, I'll make it a double pocket. So that way I can put the smaller layered tag in the front and the bigger layered tag on the back. So there you are. That's how I sort of folded it and put it in. So then just inking around the edges. I'm inked around the edges of all the tags, and I've inked around the edges too of the stamp, popping some thumb holes in, gluing that flap down. I did that to give it extra strength. Because it's a layered tag, I figure that, you know, there can be a little bit more, give, pull, no. Just needs to be more robust is what I'm thinking. So that's why I'm also putting masking tape on the back, just to make sure that's really nice and secure. Just gluing the bottom for that front pocket, and then we're all done for that pocket pretty much. So popping a ribbon through. Now these ribbons, you know when you get clothes and they have those ribbons on the shoulders, because in the shops they like to use them to keep them on the coat hangers. Well, I use velvet coat hangers so that they don't slip off anyway. So I always cut those out because they just annoy me. I feel them, mucking about, or they'll sit outside your clothes. So I'm always trying to get rid of them and cut them off. So now I keep them. All right. As you can see, did some stamping in the background. Again, I used the Stays On, did a little, butterfly and the retro stamp. So that was just to pull the whole spread together a little bit, only gluing around the 3 sides to make your pocket. And then you've got your nice little double pocket there, all done, which is pretty cute. So now it's just the finishing touches. When I did my little ribbons, I just thought it looked really cute as a little bow. So that's what I did for those on both of the layered tags. And then I felt like it was still, even though I have the contrast of the black, oh yes, pop this little tag across the bottom because I just liked that to make it sit up a little bit higher, just to keep it nice and secure. Inside the film strip, I had some little labels, so I put them inside just because, I thought that was a bit fun. I added a green there, but I still felt there wasn't quite enough contrast at this point. I just wanted a touch of colour. So I put in, some, script stamping over the back. Again, I used the black. Still didn't feel like the contrast was big enough, but you can see it's starting to come together. Added another little touch of a label there. So then I thought, okay, let's just use my ink. This is Salvage Patina on my Distress ink. And, you spritz it with water and then you can paint with it or splodge with it. So that's what I did. I did a few little painty bits and then I, of course, did some splatters because, we always need splatters. It just seems to pull it all together. Very subtle here, but you can actually see it in real life. That just picks it up slightly. However, guess what? I still didn't feel there was enough contrast. So when I was putting it in, I had, just this piece of card. I thought, oh, well, that's nice and dark and contrasty and it still works with the vintage retro kind of feel. In fact, I think we had wallpaper just like that in my house when I was growing up. So rounded the corners, inked the edges, popped a label on top, and there's a second little journal card in that nice big pocket. Now I'm finally happy with it. So isn't it funny? The prompt itself done really, really quickly, but I like to, for Defemorembra, finish my pages. So that was the bit that took the time. So now I'll just show you each of those layered tags so that you can see the little layers. Remember that had the little vintage photo on it. So that's the little layered tag that sits in the front. And then the top one is the larger layered tags in different sizes. And it's got that acetate that I just stamped a stamp on using the Stays On ink. So there you are. Hope you're all enjoying Defemorembra and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. I'd love it if you could leave me a comment below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed what you saw today. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time. And in the meantime, keep creating. Enjoy.